Hi, I'm Carly. I volunteer with Colorado for Pete in one of the marathon states, and I have not had a chance to make any phone calls for Iowa yet because life is busy sometimes, but I really want to make phone calls for Pete, and I thought it might be helpful for people to see somebody do it so that if you're feeling nervous about it, you can kind of have an idea of what it's like. So I am an introvert. Making phone calls is not my favorite thing, but for Pete, I will do it. So step one, I signed up at on Mobilize. The direct link is p4a.us/call-Iowa. Super easy to remember. So you sign up, and when you sign up, you'll get an email, and then the email's just got a link to a Google document, and the Google document has some really helpful slides of different scenarios that you might encounter, a sample of a script, so you have a kind of an idea of what you're getting into, and some talking points to go over with people if they have questions, or if they need to be persuaded, or if they have questions about how to caucus, or where, or when. So it's got all of that information for you. And then there's a link to the virtual phone bank. And so for the virtual phone bank, you'll need to have an Action ID account. So if you don't have one of those, you'll have to set it up. It's super easy. It walks you through all of the steps. And then once you log in, you'll see just a page that has the person's name and phone number, maybe some stats about them, and a complete script with, different scenarios. So like it'll have like kind of an opening script, and then, if they say yes, you move to this part of the script. If they say maybe, you move to this other part of the script. So it's super helpful. You want to make sure when you're looking, sometimes there might be two people listed in the household with just the one phone number. So if you get one person, make sure that you ask about the other person in the household if they're available, if you can chat with them, and then you just move on to the next one and just make as many calls as you can. It's like the most effective thing that we can do if we can't actually physically go to Iowa right now, the rest of today and all day on Monday until the caucus. So here we go. I have my super ancient Samsung tablet. So if this will run Action ID, basically any device will. And so I usually use my Chromebook for this, but I'm using it to make a video right now. You're just going to click on the link from from your email, go to the virtual phone bank, and then you're going to say get started and log in, and then it'll pull up the first person. So we're going to make some calls to Iowa together. Hi, is this Brian? Hi, Brian. I'm Carly, a volunteer with Mayor Pete Buttigieg's campaign. It's great to talk to you. I was just calling. I'm calling to get out the caucus for Mayor Pete, and I'm just wondering if you're planning on caucusing, and if so, who you're planning on caucusing for. All right, that's so great. And I've been chatting with Iowans today about how they plan to caucus. Do you have a plan? Do you know where to go and what you need to do? Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's great! I'm so glad. That's so great. Well, I am so glad to talk to you, and we really appreciate all of your help with that. That's great. Well, thanks for answering, and thanks for caucusing for Pete. Thanks. Bye bye. My very first call, and he's running the caucus for Pete. How great is that? All right, so there's some options in here. He's planning on caucusing for Pete. Yes. Save and next call. Woohoo! All right. 20 minutes of phone banking. We did 25 phone calls, one person who's a precinct captain, one person who's caucusing for somebody else, and a lot of people who didn't answer, and a couple of wrong numbers. But even the people who weren't interested, were still nice. So I promise it's not that scary. If I can do it, you can do it. Call Iowa. Go Pete.